All right, so Dean offers to take Dad and I on a once-in-a-lifetime, basically, trip to Heavy Horn Outfitters up in Wisconsin. Of course, we arrive up there about 5 o'clock. We get to meet the guys.
Trevor, pig fucker. I don't know. That's what he goes by. He said, "This is what I go by." Kevin and you got Willie. Willie's something else.
We decided that night that I would start off, since I was bull hunting, that I would start off hunting with Dad behind the camera, and then Dean would go off with Trevor, looking for a big bull.
What, you went out and had your first beer already?
What happened? Jeez, you fucking alcoholic.
We're up here at Heavy Horn Outfitters. We're about to head out on our first hunt. We got elk bugling already. We've been hearing them all morning. We're kind of waiting while we're getting ready, but we waited till light to go out the first morning. We're going to do a little spotting and stalking from the south side. And it's a great morning, overcast. A little bit of wind, but it should be great. I'm excited. I got my old man behind the camera. Willie's going to be guiding us this morning, so it should be good. After not having any luck on the first couple hour stalk, we went back to the truck and we actually heard this bugling. Walked over to where the bugling was, where we could hear it, and hear Dean and Trevor were listening to the same bugle, and they had actually watched this bull for about 15 minutes. He was tearing up trees and bugling and really rutting it up hard. And they told us that he was too small for Dean, but that we might want to go after it.
First day of the hunt. It came early too, because we stayed up a little too late. But what a fun hunt it was. I was watching this mean-ass frickin' branch thrashing, howling, bugling bull, and all morning actually. And this was the bull that Jacob would eventually kill. It was quite a showing when Jake. We hollered at Jake and said, "Hey, there is one down in here." And Jake and his guide came down in and took a look at it and decided it was in his class.
It didn't take me but a split second to decide that this is something that sounded really cool, the way this bull was acting, raking trees and bugling, that it'd be a fun one to stalk on. So we decided, hey, let's go for it.
Jake put a stalk on it, the first bull ever shot at Heavy Horn Outfitters, which was really cool. Put a stalk, must have been 15 minutes stock on this thing to get real comfortable with the shot that was fucking trees. I'm telling you, trees all over every, 22 feet, every 2 feet there's a tree.
So I could see the bull the whole time. We were watching him 40 yards away, 50 yards away, whatever we were. And I couldn't get a shot anywhere. It was all thick. So I had to keep moving until finally, I mean, it was a 15-minute stalk. Finally, I got myself in position to where I could shoot. And luckily the bull turned and did what it was supposed to do, and I guess the rest is history. It was the first bull kill at Heavy Horn Outfitters, which is pretty cool. I didn't actually know that. But boy, I put it right on the mark, and the bull only went about 30, 40 yards, and we watched it fall over, which was pretty exciting.
There he went down. Yes. Hearing the whack of that arrow and watching that bull go down, I don't know, 30, 35, 40 yards max. That was awesome. How was that?
Oh, that was intense. He was trees.
That was a good hit.
I punched him. time.
Yeah, nice and low, looked like maybe the heart.
Just put my 25 there. You know, it just can't be beat. Walking up on him, you know, too. That was a sight. I'll never forget that.
And boy, when we walked up on him, there was no ground shrinkage whatsoever. In fact, he grew, there's no question.
Yeah, cool. He is a beaut.
Willie, you think it got bigger? It looks like it got bigger. It does to me, too.
Wow, he's got such a pretty cape. Look at that shot. Nothing but heart there, I'm sure.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
That's perfect.
Oh, man. Yeah, so he's in the 330 range.
Well, Jake got a nice bull there. Nice little one. That is awesome.
Well,
Wow.
we got her done. Sure did.
Nice
Bull
6x6. Heavy,
Oh, he's
pretty, beautiful cape on him. Look at him.
really knows how to move the blue. Over in here?
Yep. No, stand up, right there. Hold on to him, stand him up.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's for Burr.
We were looking at Jake's bull and going, man, does this thing fall in the class where I'm willing to pay for this thing? And they said, yeah, go ahead and shoot this thing, Jake. And he did his sneak, and by golly, you know, he was supposed to keep it within 345. That's 345 inches. Jake's bull scored 369 and a half, and they honored the 345. So that's awesome on Heavy Horn Outfitters, man. Thank Willie for that one, and I do.
Boy, the way these guys tackle your animals once they're all down, you don't have to worry about a thing. They come in there and take care of the whole thing for you. They get it on a tarp, bring in the four-wheelers, drag that thing right out, get it to the road, get it on the truck. Done deal. Bing, bang, boom.
I sat there with my video camera and my beer, and I don't know if I even had any blood on me at that point, but I was helping.
Hey, I'm recording.
Yeah. Get me in there.
You're in there.
I'm helping. I want to thank Willie and Trevor. You guys kicked ass on that. You guys found that bull for me and put me on it. And of course Dean for giving us this chance of a lifetime. So we get done with my bull, and of course now it's Dad's turn. I think we might have took a 10-minute break of getting something to eat or whatever, and we heard bugling all day long, so we were all very optimistic. We thought we're just gonna walk right up on a bull. He's got a rifle. It's a whole different ball game. This is gonna be quick. Well, it actually ended up being one of the harder hunts that we were on.
I was carrying a 270, and we did, in fact, walk a long time and did a lot of cow call and a little bit of bugling, and came across a bull that we thought was huge. We actually came right up on this bull. I couldn't believe it. He was raking the trees, incredible. But he was just down over a slight ridge where all we could really see was his head and his horns, and he was raking. It was really exciting because I just felt that he was going to come right out of that little bit of a ditch, and I was going to be able to shoot him. So I got my gun up, and I'm holding my gun up, and I tell you, I swear I held my gun up for 10 minutes.
he couldn't get a shot because he couldn't see the elk body. All he could see was the head.
Finally, I couldn't hold my gun up anymore. He wasn't going to come out of there. And I got my gun down, and then it looked like he was coming out, so I got my gun back up, and he walks up and out somewhat and stands right in front of a big old birch tree where his vitals are not shootable. And it wasn't long after that he boogered in. To make a long story short, about an hour later we hooked up with the actual same bull. And he was bugling, and we got a 75-yard pop at him. It was a good shot. I felt good about it. We heard the whack. I used to call it the thud of assurance.
Wait. You heard the hit on? I didn't get shit for footage, but hey, congratulations. We'll see.
So we go to look for this bull that I had shot at, and made a good hit, I thought, but we could not find any blood. So we had about 45 minutes, possibly, maybe an hour, I don't think so, 45 minutes. And we looked and looked, could not find blood. And one of the guys, Willie, whistled at me, you know, and I looked, and he goes, he's up. So I came running towards Willie, and then the bull got up again and took off running at a beautiful quartering angle, and I raised my 270 and cracked him once. He didn't go down, and I popped him again.
He had told me that he was pretty concerned about wounding one and not getting it, but he got it, which was pretty awesome. I got in on a picture with him, and that was about it.
When he went down, it was like, because I was one nervous son of a bitch, I'll tell you, thinking that I could be the only guy here that actually loses an animal. And anytime you're hunting, you hate to lose an animal. And we were walking up on my bull, and that's an amazing thing to walk up on a trophy class elk. And he certainly was a 6x6. Well, number one, I figured he was twice as big as Jake's. Number two, we were able to pretty much drive the truck, wiggle it right back in there, and all of us pulled and tugged and pushed and got him on that pickup.
It was so awesome being there for my old man and watching him go through his first elk hunt, just like he watched me go through my first elk hunt. Again, can't thank Dean enough for all you did for us. It's undescribable how awesome it is to be in a situation like that.
Good job, Dad.
So of course we called Dean and got those guys over there, and it's just awesome. Now we're on our second day of hunting. Dad and I both shot ours on the first day. Dean and Trevor looked all the first day for the big bull. They found many bulls, had a great time, just didn't find the big one they were looking for. Dean wanted a 400-inch bull. He wanted the biggest bull on the ranch.
I couldn't go to bed because this red stag was bothering me all night long. Every night. Maybe that ain't quite the way it was, but that son of a bitch was ridiculous. That red stag bothered me more than anything. But anyway, we got up the next morning. Everybody's hunting for me now. I want the biggest bull there is.
So the next day, we decided, let's go out. Me, Dad, and Dean will all go together. Dad and I will both film for Dean. We'll look for the big bull. At the same time, all the other guys from Heavy Horn Outfitters are going to look for the bull.
So what was really awesome about the second day was that my brother Dean and my son Jake and I got to all three hunt together.
Right off the bat, it's fun. We're moving. Dean's kind of leading the way. He's a little faster than most of us. Dad and I like to take it slow. Dean's kind of moving fast. So a few of the bulls that we came up on right away spooked.
Dean definitely wanted to get something bigger than what Jake had shot and I had shot. That was important to him, and he absolutely deserved that.
We've seen a lot of really nice 360, 370 class bulls. I wasn't going to take one that was under Jacob and Zach's bull because I just wasn't gonna do it. That's all that's to it.
But we ended up getting some really awesome footage of stalking up on some bulls. We got some great footage of bulls bugling. We were on a bull every half hour to 45 minutes. We're on a new bull, and opportunities to where we probably could have shot most of them.
There's some big bulls. He's nice. He's a little young, but he's nice. He's beautiful. I came up there and I saw that one point.
I've been eyeball to eyeball with a bastard for 15 minutes. He was looking right at me. I think he was going to go if I'd have moved. Kevin Melstrom, my guide, he says there's that red stag. We only seen him just a few times in the last 3 years, and he's sparring with a bull down over the knoll. Sneak up to this spruce tree, get your 50 cal up there, and pound him. And that's exactly what I did. We went down there and there wasn't no blood. Not a drip of blood. We looked for 20 minutes. Trevor finds one drip. Nobody could find anything else. We looked and looked, and that was another 20 minutes later. I started doing what Bimbo, my dog Elmo, does, a half lap, kind of a circle, half circle. And well, actually I said a little prayer. But then I looked over to the right. There's this red stag all tangled up in a pile of brush. What a fun time.
Hey, you guys, I got something over here, and we're going, you found blood? And he goes, I got more than that, boys. So we were pretty excited about that.
Then we come up on the spar and I realized it was a stag. You can see all one point sticking out of the pines.
You get one little bitty drip of blood, and you start second guessing. And all you do is you pray to the good Lord. It's all taken care of, buddy. Yes! Yes, baby. Yeah, baby. Where's the blood? Where's the blood? Nobody's backtracking.
Everybody swore that he went that way.
Well, I was gonna go this whole circle.
Oh, we would have pulled up this hole.
Ooh.
We would have gone through here several times.
Dead?
Yeah, he's dead. It's a perfect shot on him. Look at the points on it.
It was pretty cool. Dean ended up taking the biggest red stag on the farm.
That is the biggest one that's ever been shot.
Is it?
Here.
Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet.
Yeah,
No,
without a
no,
doubt.
I can
Didn't he have a
come
split
back
on one
and shoot
side?
that big boy that we've been looking
Yeah.
for.
You can find them.
Yeah, I think I still got enough money. We could probably still.
Right here, it's actually
yeah.
on the part of the crown, top third. The crown dropping down.
Yeah. It's only one.
We can find them.
Yeah, we got to find the fucker.
Kicker here, kicker.
It was only 5 minutes after Dean takes the big red stag, after taking pictures and whatnot, we hear bugling. Dean decides, let's go after him. Let's go after him.
And there's only maybe 45 minutes of light left, and we hear this huge bugle. And I'm going, oh boy, here's my chance to slap this big ass elk. And we go out, and I think Willie's still gutting this red stag. We made him gut it. The owner.
Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there.
off they went, and 45 minutes later I heard that loader go off, and it was like, yes! And when all was said and done, we were all got together at Dean's Bull. Holy crap, that was truly the biggest bull of the hunt. It was wonderful. I was really so happy for my brother.
This elk comes in. Dean is ready to leave because he thinks the elk's not coming in. Well, I tell him, hey, here comes the elk right now. Get down, get down. So Dean gets down, and out pops the elk. There he is. There he's coming. There he's coming. He's moving by.
And he come out, and it was no standing shot. It was a running shot, and I nailed him. He burst perfect with that muzzle. And he lets out a... This is like maybe 10 seconds after I shot him, we heard him go down. And wow, was that a relief in my heart.
He went down. He went down. Oh shit, he's down.
I think I got a hard shot.
That was a fucking nice one.
You like that?
We got the best footage of him of all of them. I'm sure I shook him, but that was so perfect. Heart shot, he said. He just,
I put it right on.
He's a nice bull. Did you get a good look at him? Really good?
He's
not.
He's gonna be border. I think he'll be. It's gonna be border. If he's got 7, I didn't get a chance counting signs. If he's 6 by 7, he's probably the one time. He'll probably do it.
That the way it happened was so fun, you guys.
Drop time. One that comes down his back.
Walking up on Dean's bull, you know, the whole time he wanted to shoot the herd bull. He wanted the biggest bull out there. We walk up on this bull, and of course all I'm worried about is I hope it's bigger than the one I shot, because he's paying for this trip. He deserves the bigger bull, you know. He was waiting and waiting, and lo and behold, ended up being a really nice 8 by 7. Ended up scoring 379, so 10 inches better than mine. And I'm happy for you, Dean. You did great. That was an awesome ball.
It's gonna come right out.
See if you can get him to go up.
I was wondering what happened when he shot him in the woods. He turned out to be a little 5 by 5 with wandering by or something.
When I saw him through the binocs, when I was walking up the road, it was pretty clear that he was long main beams and wide, like you said, wide.
But to be able to do what we did in 2 days, it was awesome. And Willie and Trevor and Kevin, and I mean, everybody was just awesome. They took care of us. We had a good time. I'd definitely go again. It was just super to hunt with my son Jake and my brother Dean, and to be able to spend that long, weekend, 4 days together. It was just great. Anyway, I'd go again in a heartbeat.
Dad and I, Butcher,
for 4 or 5 days straight. Crazy. I didn't like the butchery, but it was worth every second.
I wasn't planning on shooting that fucking red stag. Holy shit. And then I finally slept really good that following night because I shot that fucker. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah?
That was unbelievable.
Did you guys see it when I saw it, or did I see it first?
You saw it first.
I didn't know if you saw it and you were trying to...
You got that extra 3 inches. Yeah, you can't walk around.
But we get the bill and Willie looks for his pocket and he goes, oh shit, I forgot my money.
Said about $6 grand.
Wow, that was one of my personal favorites. So yeah, take a little extra. There's a big hole.
When she was just a girl, she expected the world, but it flew away from her reach, so she ran away in her sleep.
There's a big hole.
Good.
I ain't gonna get bloody. I'm gonna walk pig fuckers. Got money.
Yeah.
What, you went out and ate your first beer already?
What happened?
Jeez, you fucking alcoholic.
You guys drank beer last night?
No, we don't have any fun here like that.
I went to bed at 7:30.
She's out there yanking leaves off and shit, and I was like, Darlene, what the fuck? She's like, oh, the kids love them. They're gonna put them in the fridge and they'll ripen them up in the fridge. I'm gonna kill Darlene next year if she fucking thinks she's gonna take them fuckers. I'm gonna fucking bitch slap her.
If it wasn't for me, though, we wouldn't have got none of these things gutted or anything. These guys don't help out at all. Nah, I don't even think I got bloody. I don't think I got even blood on me. Yeah, it was fun. Great trip. Great trip. Heavy Horn Outfitters.